I made a shocking discovery today when I was hanging out over at MEUK's Discord server.
Are we gonna keep on fighting? Are we gonna keep on dividing? Are we gonna keep on fighting? Are we gonna keep on dividing? Well, are we gonna keep on fighting? Are we gonna keep on dividing? Are we gonna keep on fighting? Are we gonna keep on dividing? Well, did you hear what I said? It's all about...
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
Morning, Spotto.
Morning.
Right, Funk.
Got a fair few videos going out. I'm having to
with Danny T last night, wasn't it?
schedule them. Yeah. We've got curved one scheduled for, I don't know, maybe dinner time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I can put that Danny T one out.
Nice, man.
Oh, that's something I wanted to do with you guys at some point. If you'd be you'd all be okay with it. Is if I'd like to do a segment on the show, maybe this weekend or another time, about flat Earth and about just about the topic really. And I know you guys, it might be hard to like coordinate it for the time I'm streaming, so I'm wondering if perhaps if we were to do it, maybe we could like do a pre-recorded segment sometime.
Recorded chat, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
More exposure, the better for us at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to kind of push myself as well, but at the same time, come up with ideas and whatnot for content to be putting out.
Well, like, I'd be playing at the fact that there's certain topics within this thing that people don't like to talk about and people that can't talk about it. And they are the even simpler ones. People like to play around all of these other topics.
Yeah.
But the one that they're all running from is one of the most simple ones.
Well, that was probably the most honest chat last night with a baller. I take it that Danny T is a baller.
Yeah. He said afterwards. He said he's very intelligent.
What?
That's what God said about Danny. You know, that's why he's.
He said that.
God. Whoa. God said that about. About Danny.
That did my ears in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who was it vibrating? Was that spot on?
Yeah, he must have had a phone call, but that my ears just did not like that. Oh. Yeah, that's quite funny, that second sound clip.
Equal opportunities.
Yeah.
Just...
that's Emma talking to Curved.
Okay.
All the men, equal opportunities, fucking vile cunts.
Yes.
You do it to all the women, you do it to all the men. Equal opportunities, fucking vile cunts.
Yes.
What was that about? What did he say to prompt that?
It was Curved being curved.
Yeah, he wanted to lock me up for being evasive. So Emma went in there to talk to him, and like she just sort of unloaded on him. Have you not seen it? We did a special. We did a live show.
Oh dear!
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll send you the. I've got it unlisted. It's like a 50-minute Discord, but there's quite a few pauses in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes about 6 minutes to get going as well.
Yeah, but it was hilarious. It was the other morning. I don't know what came over me.
Yeah, we did a full live stream about it.
So I've been toying with the idea of putting together a really quick video based around something I caught. You know, I mentioned yesterday that I'd noticed some changes that Google and Wikipedia had made that I'd noticed on stream, and I was wondering if maybe I should like just make a quick clip video to go over that, put it out there as info.
Well, we spotted a dictionary manipulation live with the word nominal.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because nominal just means normal, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what you think, innit? Doesn't.
Is it more nuanced? Oh,
Yeah.
this is what you mean, isn't it?
It means in name only. Like a minuscule. Like, you think a nominal fee is something that it's like, it's hardly anything. It's not. It's nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Its main one is in name only.
Okay.
And so when they started with the satellite, it was back when we were at 24/7. And I watched a display of them putting the thing out, and they kept saying, it's nominal, it's nominal, it's nominal, right? And I'm going, they're overusing this word far too much. Like as if they are trying to brainwash people. So looked in the dictionary, there's no sign, it just means nothing. And we talk about it with the 24/7. Nothing was happened about it, and then a week later, dictionary regarding space, and
wow.
it means normal. It means everything's normal, like you just said.
So I'm getting it wrong when I say that. I'm repeating what they want us to think it means.
Yeah, the brainwashing's worked.
Yeah.
So they can actually say it in name only. Everything's nominal. And they can say it truthfully then. It's just you that think it means normal. They mean it doesn't even exist.
So really what they're doing is they're cluing people in that are in the know.
Yeah, they're making people stupid.
Yeah.
And so people don't realise that they are being blatantly lied to the face.
Yeah. Do you know, because do you remember I was talking about words the other week? Anarchy was the word in particular, and they've done the same with that. Because if you go look now, there's new definitions for it that I don't remember from before. Weird. I mean, it's got the original meaning, but it's been changed. But then there's the additional meaning, but is how they're using it when they talk about anarchy and chaos.
Well, chaos is just a god, right?
Probably. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's a god, but I know that there's the god of chaos, isn't there? Or it's the one outside of in Switzerland, CERN's headquarters, Shiva.
Yeah, like the chaos was a god, and then God bore that god bore all of the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how they've done it. They've gone back into the words and the gods and all of that, and they've played with words. That's how they confuse people.
Yeah, it's like all of the I'll say planets for lack of a better word, but they've all got names after gods. Mars, Neptune, Jupiter.
Yeah. And the Egyptians had stars, and the Mormons have stars.
Yeah.
Where they go to. And it's all like it's like there's a certain group of people that know things.
Yeah. Oh, that's the point. I shared a video with everyone. I sent DMs to everyone of a video, a new rabbit hole to explore. It's a really fascinating theory. It was quantum of conscience, although it wasn't on his video, so it wasn't on his channel. But he's promoting it. He's telling people to go watch it, and he linked it. Honestly, it was just mind-blowing. There's actually 2 videos. They're not very long, and it's more rabbit holes for us. And the theory involves the pyramids in Egypt, as well as the 3 buildings that are in, Ground Zero. 3 buildings that have the same footprint and layout as the pyramids. And yeah, it's just, I won't say much more, but yeah, watch those videos on his channel, or from his channel. Yeah, it will blow your mind. Blew mine. Oh yeah, was it the first of those 2 videos, Emma? It was, wasn't it? First.
Yep, the first one. You'll hear like Curve talking for a bit, and then I come in.
Oh, it's a weird choice.
Oh yeah, that's the point. I'm very close to having the new server set up now.
Yep.
Nice.
First knowledge.
Yeah, I've got it set so that so basically it's split into 10, color coded, so that when people come and join, they'll be welcomed by the bot and whatnot, and then they'll get to choose to view the rules page from there. They get to agree or disagree. If they disagree, they end up in the basement, and if they agree, they get to go into the general lobby, like the welcoming area, and then from there they'll be presented with a question page, and there's 10 questions, and the questions separate the different sections, and the questions really are just to establish their level of being awake, what they're aware of. So the questions are structured, in that kind of way, like multiple choice as well. So when they pick the correct one, the one that indicates that they're not buying into the bullshit, then they progress to the next level. Eventually they'll make it to the top, and that kind of thing is the thinking behind it. Now,
Yeah, you need a test, right?
Test.
I'll test it for you. See whether.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I've been testing that. I've got multiple accounts with different configs. So one's a mod, one's just a new arrival. And yeah, everything is working. I've still got to write the rest of the questions, and
that's what I mean. Like, do you want you to test your questions? Because if there's any faults along that step, you're going to be people not going to be knowing what they're doing and what they're answering.
Yeah. I mean, if I read the first question, it will give you, because I haven't written anymore. It's the only one I've written at the moment. But it will give you the kind of idea of how I want to approach it. Let me find it real quick.
This might sound weird, but just to warn you, there may be a set of boobs going around that may or not be mine.
Okay.
May or may not.
So yeah, here's the question I have so far. Here's a question for you. What are your thoughts on Q/QAnon? Multiple choice, choose one option. And then Sorry? Yeah, we know it's psyop. But so what I also want to try and do, and this is the hardest part, is I want to try and slant the questions in a particular way. So make it think that we're anti when we're not. So then it will kind of encourage people that are globers and what have you to be honest.
I would try and enter with a question that makes them ask themselves.
Yeah. Well, here's
how open they are to.
Yeah. You're right. I haven't decided on the order of the questions. That's the other thing I need to figure out as well, the best order to tackle them. But yeah, you're right. I do need to kind of ask those sorts of questions as well.
Yeah, I think it'd be good if you had one question that seemed pretty simple at first, and then have the next question that questions them and the way they answered the first question. That'd be a great way to open it up, because then from then on they'd be thinking, shit, I best actually think about this, not just click buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're quite good at doing that right here. That's why they get upset with us, because we can lead people down one way, because you know what they're going to say.
Yeah.
You know. So you can lead them, and then get them to realise that they've been saying the wrong thing all along.
Yeah. Because the other thing as well about it being called True Earth is that it is a bit ambiguous. It's not stating one way or the other, which is kind of a good and a bad thing.
Well, that's what we do here. As you've got to try and get people away from the flat Earth, globe Earth thing.
Yeah.
Because that's where the conflict is.
Yeah.
That ruins your mind and the way you think from then on in. Because if you're one side, I mean, they said it to you. I heard that again this morning, Emma. You know, you've got to pick one. You're either a flat earther or a glober. And you're going like, no.
Yeah, that's what they were asking me this morning.
Yeah.
Hippity. So, are you a fuck? And I was like, well, no. But if you must label me, then I'm not a glober.
Yeah. Yeah, because a glober is the one that isn't actually thinking for themselves.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's what we need to try and get them to. I think you're on the way. It just takes a bit of time, doesn't it? That now, Emma, you've gone in there and shown them that perhaps some of the people that are in there aren't really in there for. They're not in there for conversation. They're not in there for anything really other than just what they call entertainment. But entertainment to them is just being nasty to anyone.
Well, for them, they're just massaging their own egos, and it's their echo chamber. They'll deny it, but we know it's their echo chamber.
Yeah, but what Emma's doing is going in there and pointing out that it doesn't really matter. Like, it's just the flat earthers. They can all focus this hatred onto the flat earthers, but as soon as you take the flat earther element out of it, they're all just going to start focusing the hatred on each other and every little bit that they don't like about flat earthers. As soon as they see it in somebody on their own side, that they'll start picking at it, and they have to turn and flop and switch, because if one of them disagrees with them, like that one, Emma was in there this morning. I'm listening to it while me sound on the Discord that won't work, so can't join. But I'm listening, and was it Hippie was having a go at Tao for having the wind machine, but it was technology based. So first of all, they were having a go at I don't know, they were having a go at somebody for air pressure. Then Tao said he sort of had a go at the person for air pressure by saying he had a little weather station. Then Hoppy came in and said, yeah, you shit about that. It's like, that's technology. You should trust the technology more than that stuff. And then Emma went, hey, isn't that a bit hypocritical? And then Tao sort of stood up again, and then Hoppy just flipped and went, yeah, well, yeah, I suppose. All right, then. Yeah, it was, that's what I was saying. And, like, none of them know what they actually think they want to say, and then they'll just change their mind in front of everyone. But everybody in there will be like, oh, that's good. We made him change his mind back to our point of view. Even though your point of view will be his point of view if a flat earther comes in.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. Morning.
I fell asleep.
might have to start doing some more going over some more surveyors videos. I think it might be a good idea if we go over Sly Sparkane's 100 metre water level test. Because that should quell all of the stuff that they're talking about us by 100 metres. If you can't see it over 100 metres, then why did nobody tell Sly? When they were funding him. Sly Sparkane on Twitter. But if we get it'll give us a chance to do the 100 metre water level and talk about water level and what, because our test isn't, it's a 1.5 mile water levels. Sly Sparkane has the 100 metre. We're just using the 100 metres as a test.
Yeah, Sly's gonna love it.
Sly Sparkane is actually using 100 metre water levels. It's fantastic. And they've been taking the piss out of us for how long by saying 100 metres isn't good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing as we did the Jesse Kozlowski one. I tested it out with Sly. Now he's either not talking to me and not like he's replying to Flatsoid as though he's talking to me, but he's not mentioned anything about me calling him and his brother. Like gone into hiding like your brother. Because I don't know about shills, but he might have just dropped that in on me lap for me to just have a little think about. So I'm playing about with it at the minute. Slice Barkane, Jesse Kozlowski, brothers. They do have a very similar cadence and a in the way they talk. And if Jesse's been told to get the keep away, then Sly's protecting. So it might just be a good chance to go after Sly to get to Jesse. They might defend each other. Jesse might come out in defense of Sly. Possibly. I don't know. Morning. Ooh. But I'll drop another couple of things in, see whether that actually works or not. Flatside. Sly, if I give you $25, can I get that P900 you promised, the winner of the draw?
Talking about us
Who is?
in gems.
Are they?
They're saying that I made you the server.
Oh, that's because you said it's not my server, isn't it? Earlier on. Yeah. There can't be a group of us or a team or, just people being together and have like a community of a thing. They can't have it like that because they know they're all out for themselves. They'd drop anybody else in the shit in there if they had to. That's what they don't like. The fact that we're actually we can laugh and have fun together, where they can't. They're all so disjointed. I think that half of this stuff is jealousy, right? They don't know, they can't understand how we can like think whatever we want and not be scared like them, and also be trusting of other people.
I think I've hit my point of I'm not shy anymore.
Yeah. And what is really, really good is that all of the other women are in there listening. And you know that not one of them will speak up while you're in there.
Well, Whippet tried the other day, but...
Yeah, but
Well.
all of the guys just kept talking over her, didn't they?
Mm.
Yeah, I think you could go over and take over that server of a morning.
That's what I've been doing.
And those people that go in there are in there all day, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot of them.
It's not as if, like they said, we get up and we have our breakfast. It's better than the like they stay in there all day, and then they moan at other people about not having a job. Well, I'm not so sure that they do that over at Gems.
No.
Because they probably
Taylor is awake.
So I'm sure that's Tony, or there's a group of people that have that account. They know too much.
Mark Taylor said something yesterday. I can't remember where it was, about stuff coming out about Tony's dad soon being a Mason.
Mm.
Has anyone heard anything about the court case?
Forget about it.
Like, surely there
Like
should
it
have been an
never
outcome
happened.
by now.
Like it never happened.
Hmm.
Weird. There should be an outcome of that, and then there should be an expose drama documentary that Ranty's doing.
Oh man, up so early it's still dark. That sucks.
$5:30 every morning.
Hmm. Yeah, I used to do a 6 to 2 shift.
I do 7 to 7.
Shit. 12 hours.
But usually it turns into 7 to 10 or 7 to 9.
Hmm. Typical. Again, Funk.
Hello.
Hello. Long time no see. You've been away for a bit.
I've been busy.
Oh, what's that? Part 3, Lost in the Data, comes out now. That's the late one that you missed, I think, Emma.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Flat Earth Data. That was quite good, though.
I was here for a bit and then I just had to go to sleep. I think, was that Sunday night?
I don't know. I thought it might have been Friday before.
Oh, maybe it was.
Yeah. I've got it down as Friday night anyway. It just took me that long to get all of the...
When you putting the curved one out?
I think it's already scheduled, that one. Let me check. miles, are you going to do inches then? Because that would be much better. At 4 o'clock.
Okey-dokey.
Big man curved, running from debate.
Were you guys debating Curved from Jim Panda server?
He won't.
No, I went in there Monday morning and had a chat with him. And then we tried going in and having another chat with him yesterday. It didn't work out very well.
He said that he wanted me locked up for being criminally evasive. So I went over there and said, okay, well, let's set up a chat then, Curved, right? I'll explain all of the things about the test. I'll lay it all out, and if you've got any questions, you can ask me them. Like I've said, anybody can come over here and talk to us whenever they want. So we said that to Curved, and he said he didn't want to. So I don't know why he said he wanted me locked up for being criminally evasive.
Something he normally says stuff like that. He can be very crass and blunt.
Yep. But saying people need to be locked up is a little bit too strong, especially if you're not willing to talk to them about why you said it. Isn't it? It's a bit weak, isn't it, to be sitting on a live stream saying things like that about people and then not being able to back up your words and talk to them about it. I mean, like, you've come over here multiple times. You're not... But I don't think you've ever been and said that I need to be put in jail, do you? Have you ever said that?
No, I don't think so. He has also said shit to me before, so...
Yeah, like Emma says.
He is a bit crass, everybody.
Yeah, equal opportunities.
Yes, if you want to have I think maybe the most cordial and nicest debater is probably Scott, I guess. He's pretty cool to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just people are out there talking shite.
More, I would go and try to Scott.
Yeah, Scott. It's on the cards. We've got our booking agent looking for it, but you not think Curved should stick up to what he says, or
what specifically?
Well,
that you should be locked up?
Yeah, well, he says I'm being criminally evasive, and then when I say about what, and like my test, and I'll show him it, I'll walk him through it, I'll answer any questions he's got about it, like I will with anyone. And
I would have to hear the whole thing before I can make up my mind on it.
What, on the test?
No, I don't know what you're talking about, actually.
So you don't know about the test that we're doing?
No.
Oh. Well. So what do you think we do here, then? What do you think we've been doing
I don't
here?
know. You're on Discord
yeah.
talking to me.
Yeah. But you've been in here a fair few times. We've had a few chats. Right? You know what we do here, right?
I'm not sure what you're doing when you're not on Discord, but I know when you're on Discord what you're talking about.
And what would you say that is?
You're talking about mostly about how to measure the Earth to be level.
how to
In general,
devise a test to establish that level is horizontal or isn't horizontal.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's basically what we do, right? So we've got multiple tests and checks that we go through to establish that level actually means horizontal. Even though the dictionaries say it and it's obvious to everybody that level is actually horizontal, it appears that some people still don't get it. So what we're doing is establishing tests to show that these people that don't understand that level is horizontal, and then they end up saying people need to be locked up for being criminally evasive about. I don't know what criminally evasive about us and what we do here is.
I guess it was. I would have to hear what you guys were talking about.
He just said it out of nowhere. I think Bev should be locked up for
I don't
being.
know.
And Scott says, why? And Curved says
why.
Yeah,
what did Scott say why to? What did Scott say why to?
Because Curved says, I think Bev should be locked up. And he says, not for a long time, but, he should definitely serve time. And Scott says,
it was a figure of speech.
For what?
Oh, okay.
And then Curve says, for being criminally evasive.
Isn't it a figure of speech to say it like that?
I don't know. Is that what you would determine?
I don't know. I would have to hear the whole thing, but I could guess this is something that Curve would say. Like he has said some things where he went too far. Like for example, he said one time. I don't remember exactly, but I remember I said he went too far. He was talking about, I think it was maybe chemo, that he should die or something. And I said, come on, don't say that. Like, we disagree, but nobody has to die. Like, come on. And he can say stuff like that. It's not good.
Yeah. Well, that seems a bit strong.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
But yeah, I mean, like, everybody knows, like Emma said, he's not a nice person.
But he has said shit to me before also. So.
Yeah, but it's the way that when confronted about the, saying that me personally is being criminally evasive, when I go over there to arrange some sort of a discussion about what I'm being evasive about and how we can resolve this and all of that, he's the one that doesn't want any of the discussion or anything. It's a bit, you not think it's a bit back to front, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Could be.
I mean, like, it's called Debate Flat Earth and More. And he's calling people saying that they need to go to prison for being evasive, and then when that person turns up...
It has been discussion in that server that what they want to do, because it's not very open up front to flat earthers coming in. So, like, you want to debate flat earthers, and Globers will find their arguments ridiculous. That's just how it's going to be. And you guys going to find us Globers' arguments ridiculous. It's going to be the same both ways. And you just have to accept that.
Do you have an argument, though?
Yes, I have, but I'm just going to finish what I was saying. So this is just the way It is. We just have to accept it. That's why we have these Discord servers. I'm not sure what you guys, if you want to like debate Globers, if that's your thing in here. But for example, that server is specifically to debate flat earthers. And if you don't accept or don't acknowledge that flat earthers come in with an idea and arguments which proposes that the earth is flat, then what's the point of having that server? It's the whole point of the server.
Well, I thought so, but I mean, I wasn't going over there to debate anything. He said I was being evasive. I went over there to find out what he wanted so we could have a chat. Or a debate or whatever. I mean, I'd quite happily go proof for proof if he wants to bring his proof that level isn't horizontal. You know, because that's what we mainly do here. And so if he thinks I'm being evasive, but yet doesn't want to come and do that sort of a debate, didn't it not show that he's actually the one that's being evasive, and they're using these tactics where they just call people what they are themselves, really? He's scared of a discussion, so he'd rather say I need to be locked up than I can't go and have a discussion with him. Because he's scared of having that discussion, I think, personally.
If I were you, I would just move on and choose another one to discuss with.
No, you see, that's not the way this works, right? You can't just have all of your mates saying we need to go to prison and all of that. And then when we say why, then you go, just go and ask somebody else. You know, don't bother about him. He's just the one that said you need to go to jail.
Well, I would say that, first of all, he doesn't speak for us. I don't know who us is. Okay. As I said, he has said shit to me. I don't personally like him, even though I think his arguments are correct, but the way he presents them and the way he debates people is not the best way. So therefore, I don't like him personally. So there are flat earthers which I don't like personally either, and I just avoid them. There's no point in having a discussion with them.
Have any of them said that you need to be in jail?
They have said worse things than that.
Have they? Like,
to me, a lot of people.
Like you're a child abuser. Have you ever had anybody say that to you?
Not child abuser, but I've been told to go and die and all that. And
publicly?
Nobody knows who I am in public.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, did they say it publicly on a video? Did they say it on a live stream, YouTube?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Okay.
I was on the 24/7 is quite awful place. I've said all kind of shit there.
Okay. 24/7.
Yeah, it's probably the worst server in Discord so far that I've seen.
You've never been to Fight the Flat Earth server, Discord server?
I didn't know he had a server, actually.
Mm. It's a very exclusive group of people that hate other people.
I don't personally like Fight the Flat Earth either.
Yeah.
I don't find him that... I don't watch his YouTube videos or anything like that. I've heard about him. I know he had this set up this debate, and to me it sounds a bit like he has, I don't know, some complexity or something. He seems to that he really wants to beat the flat earthers. Like, it's not about actually just the what is true or what is real, but he wants to beat them in a debate. That's very important to him. So when he talks to or debates somebody on a objective place, I'm not sure if he has set up any objective platform for that, but I know he has debated them. And if the flat earthers leave or something, he will go on and trash talk them a little bit afterwards, and I don't like that.
Well, it seems like you've got a lot of very vocal people that do that, haven't you?
There are some who are better, I think, which are more, I don't know. I just like them better.
Like who's your best?
I think
globe Earth debater.
In this scene, I don't know. I don't think I have seen him a few times in the debate, not so many times. But what's his name? Cats, something with cats.
Conspiracy.
Ballsy cats or conspiracy cats. Yeah, I think he is kind of. Yeah. He makes these ironic videos, but when he's on a debate, he really listens. He keeps his cool. He seems respectful, and he is also very knowledgeable. So.
Okay, he's a seventh grade school teacher. He says he is. I mean,
yeah, probably it's nothing special about that. I think people know who he is in real life. You can check him up if he actually is a teacher. So
I'm not interested. He's keeping out the way. He refuses. He's another one of the ones that's scared to have a chat about this water level thing.
He did actually. What I know, he has been trying to get these bigger people in the scene to debate, but nobody wants to do that on a neutral platform. He has gotten some flat earthers in there, and that was tired.
He's made a neutral platform with who is it? Creaky.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
Creaky and Conspiracy Cats have made a neutral platform for them to debate people on. Does that sound neutral?
That is up to us to decide afterwards. But the whole point is that you have the moderator cannot be the debater, in my opinion. It's a horrible idea because it can get a little bit emotional. You cannot be the debater and be the moderator. You have to have a third party.
You should be civil enough for you to have a discussion with somebody without a moderator, really.
Well, yes, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. But I mean, if you have a neutral, a third party, a third person who does this, and you are given you are set up a framework for this debate in front, that you have back and forth, and you have an X amount of time each. I think that's the best way. Yeah,
I don't think he even wants to have the discussion about water level. Do you reckon he would?
I don't know. Probably, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if he does flat Earth anymore. I haven't checked his videos in a long time.
You think water being level? Do you think that's flat Earth? You fight the flat Earth, right? He says that. He says that if you think water level is horizontal, then you're a flat earther. Is that what you think as well?
Yes, I think it's a flat earther. Okay. That's basically a flat Earth.
Okay, so what would you say level is then?
I think level is curved.
Curved. Okay. A specific, do you know how much? Because you know that Jesse Kozlowski, you've had to give up on the curve. First of all, we've exposed the fact that you don't have a geometry to produce a curve, and then the logical result.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean?
What do you mean by that? We don't have a geometry.
How do you produce a curve? How do you measure a curve, please?
I think in practice you can't really measure the curve. You can measure a curved line with a certain amount of resolution. Discrete measurements.
No, well, you see, this is where the reality comes in. You can only measure a tilt. I mean, Jesse Kozlowski knows that. Belu told him, stop looking for the curve. You can only measure a tilt.
But the reason why we say it's curved is because we do this whenever if we do many discrete measurements, every measurement is tilted away from each other.
Okay, so yeah, well, how much of a drop do you think the water level has? Because it's that level. I mean, or do you think every time somebody says level, they mean not horizontal? Because that was your opening argument, was that saying that if you think level is horizontal, then you're a flat earther. I disagree with you. I think it's just reality. But I mean, you want to put an extra label on somebody for saying that level is horizontal. That's on you. But that's what you said. So, you know, all of the tools.
What did I say?
What?
What did I say?
You said that when people say level is horizontal, you consider that flat earther.
Yes, because you consider. Let me get this straight. So, do you consider horizontal line or plane? You consider that to be a flat line or plane?
Yeah,
straight line.
Yeah, horizontal is a straight line because it is perpendicular to vertical.
Yeah, and if you do that horizontal line in all directions, you have a horizontal plane.
Plane, yes.
If you add on the
y, that's what horizontal is, a plane. Yes.
Yes. So if that's a plane, and you think level, we measure everything to be in every point. Every point where we measure level, it is the same as that horizontal plane, one horizontal plane.
No, when you measure a horizontal, you are measuring, well, you are finding a horizontal plane. Yes?
I thought the measurement gives you what level is.
No, the tool gives you what horizontal is, or level. Yeah?
Yeah, sorry.
The tool gives you that.
Now you sneaked in horizontal or level. Are you saying these two are exactly the same thing?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay. So if I say it gives you level or horizontal, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
Yes.
Okay. Then I would say then you are a flat earther. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what would you say, is we go back to it again, what would you say level is then, if it's not horizontal?
It's a curved line.
Okay.
Curved. Yeah, it's a curved line. If you add on all of the directions, you're gonna create a sphere from that.
Okay. Well, when I've got an auto level here, the tool, right? It's like a telescope. And when I look through it, there are some crosshairs on it. Right? One of the crosshairs goes straight from top to bottom. That's called a vertical crosshair. And then there's another one that's perpendicular to that. Well, there's about 3 that are perpendicular to that. One of them is called the horizontal. And it's the horizontal crosshair is where you read the measurement when you look through the auto level. Now, I would give it to you that is horizontal. Right,
it's creating a horizontal line. So yes, it's something that is horizontal. From the horizontal is tangent with the level which you have at that point where you're measuring.
It's a tool for establishing a horizontal plane.
Yes, from that point you are, obviously, because that's where your instrument is.
Is that where we are flat earthers then? Is everybody at that point a flat earther?
If you think that if by doing more measurements spread out from where you are now, and you think that all those points will be that the level will be the same as that first horizontal plane you created, then yes, you are a flat earther.
So I'm looking through the scope, and because it's an auto level, right? It fixes the horizontal. I can turn that scope. I mean, how far do you reckon you could see through that scope?
I guess it depends on the scope. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
depends on what they use.
Would you be surprised to hear that you can see about 100 meters to a millimeter?
I guess that's
reading that on the measurement thing.
No, I guess that's a normal precision of those tools.
Okay, but you could turn that round through 360 degrees all the way round and measure at 100 meters, right, to the accuracy of a millimeter. So that gives you a 200 meter horizontal plane.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if I moved the level 50 meters and did it the same again, that I would still be on the same horizontal plane, wouldn't I? As all of the other one, because there would be an overlapping part of it. The horizontal would still be horizontal, wouldn't it? It'd be
depends on the
same horizontal.
But depends on your elevation. But I think it's if you were to place it, if you were to use that first horizontal plane you created, and you move that level, and you use that first or you keep that level there from which you had in the first point. And you're looking through the crosshair, and you're placing something else to be at that horizontal plane. Then I think, you would. Let me think about that. Then you would place that in the same horizontal plane, but I think that second one you created, because now it would be actually in a higher elevation in relation to you. A little bit, tiny bit, not a lot.
Right, so the horizontal plane, you think would change?
Yes.
That's interesting, because you also have no geometry that can do that either. So not only have you lost your curve to a tilt, you
can't just say that and graze over it. You have to explain what do you mean by that. You have no geometry.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
But do you know much about geometry?
Yes, I know a little bit.
You know how
What do you mean?
how it's structured.
Yes, depending on the shape. Yeah.
Well, no, geometry is a axiomatic system.
Yeah, you
And-
mean like Euclidean geometry, for example?
Well, that's the axiomatic system, right? That's how geometry works. It has to be able to prove itself. Otherwise, it's not classed as a geometry. That's what geometry differentiates itself from just a normal argument, because it comes with proof. So the axiomatic system of Euclidean geometry states, right at the very beginning, within the axioms and the postulates about how everything's done, and it's like the rules. Well, it says in the rules that postulate number 2, about a terminated straight line can be extended indefinitely in a straight line.
Yes.
Right. Well, that goes for verticals and horizontals. Right, within your drawings. And if you do that, you end up with horizontals and verticals that aren't perpendicular.
You mean in a non-Euclidean geometry?
No, I mean when you're making up geometry like Fight the Flat Earth does, and you're doing right now, it doesn't work. Where you say a horizontal changes positions, because a horizontal would be a straight line, but that straight line, you say, alters position even if you move a millimeter. It's not the same straight line, is it?
No, it's not. It's not in a. If you're gonna use a Euclidean geometry, planar.
No. We're just using reality and the tools we have in reality to establish level. Now, that level we establish in reality is horizontal. It's a straight line.
You created a straight line, so of course it's gonna be straight.
Yeah, because the tool we used is a level. And the purpose of that is to establish a horizontal plane of reference. That's what the tool does.
That's what the tool does, yes.
Yeah, well, at the beginning you said anyone that considers level as being horizontal is a flat earther. And now you've just agreed that the tool, a level, establishes a horizontal.
I didn't say only that, but you disregarded half of my sentence. Can I correct you on that?
Go on then, off you go.
I said if you were to measure level at a point, create a horizontal plane, and you were to make another measurement, and those and you're at the same elevation, and those two are in the same plane, level is at the same plane. Then you are a flat earther.
Okay. You know how a water level works? This is like what we've been doing. Like I'm sure
tubes.
You know. It's just
tube.
It's one tube.
Yeah, a tube. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you fill it up with water, and you look at both ends of them and the level of the water in the ends of the tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you say horizontal at a point. Where is the point that you think the horizontal is set with a water level?
I think it would be somewhere in the very close to the middle between those two.
Okay, but the tool, all you've got to look at either end of the water level. So why do you think the horizontal is in the middle?
It's based on if you make more discrete measurements across that line, you're gonna see that each measurement is gonna vary a little bit.
Well, yeah, but would you say the line from each of the end, if you imagine you put a line from one end to the other, would you say the one that you're imagining is the horizontal is parallel to the line in between both of the ends?
What was the first line you said?
The two ends of the water level.
Yes, if you're using that water level, which is if it's very long, and then you can, based on the geodetic of that area, it might not be perfectly spherical.
Last night. Let me get me.
It might not be perfectly spherical.
I think I've already.
And if it's not, then it's maybe not be perfectly in the middle.
All right, there you go.
So these measurements you're doing, if you're the way to establish whether this is the way you say or if it's the way I say it is.
Right, can you see that? Can you see my video there now?
Yes.
I'm glad I can get this one right. So this is a water level.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just the water level that you were talking about earlier. Right?
Yes.
We're not going to put a distance on it because there's no need, is there? Could be any distance.
Yeah, X. Yeah. You can just put X.
Okay.
Put X distance.
Right. Now, you say the horizontal that's set is somewhere in between here. In the middle somewhere.
Yeah, if you're going to use that water level to establish where level is, then I think that's not the most precise way to do it now.
No, okay, but when I said to you, you imagine, is it higher than these two ends?
The horizontal doesn't relate to elevation.
No, well, like I said, there is a line established from here to here, right? Now, I asked you, because you said the horizontal that's set is somewhere in the middle, and I asked, is the horizontal that you set here, is that parallel to this line in between here and here?
You mean if I were to make a measurement in the middle?
It's a horizontal line, right?
Level.
Yeah, you said the horizontal that is set for this tool, not putting a distance on it, distance X, you said is somewhere in the middle.
Yes.
Right, now, I asked you the horizontal that is set, that you said somewhere in the middle. Is that parallel to this line here that's established from each end of the water level?
Yeah, if you were to use an auto level to establish a horizontal, if you place that in the middle, it's going to be horizontal with those two water levels.
Yeah, but a horizontal is a straight line. Goes all the way.
Yes.
Goes forever.
Yes.
In Euclidean geometry. We're using Euclidean geometry, right?
When we create the horizontal plane, it's just the abstract thing we create.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get you to establish this is a water level, the tool. Now, it establishes a horizontal plane of reference. Now, you said the horizontal that this tool establishes is somewhere here.
That's if you were to find a place, if you were to do a discrete measurement at a single point, then that would be to find a line which is parallel with that water level.
So
you would have to do that measurement in the middle.
It is parallel to this, the horizontal that is set by this tool. If
you want to, if you were to make a discrete measurement in the middle, then yes. If you do it more on the right or the left side of the middle, then no.
Okay, well, could we just tap in to this water level here and put that in there?
Yeah.
So, would you say this would be the horizontal then?
I would say those three wouldn't meet in the middle.
But but we're talking about a horizontal line, right? That goes this, like, you know what a horizontal is, right?
Yeah, but when you're using a water level, I'm not saying that the water doesn't conform to a straight line like you draw now.
Okay.
You create a horizontal line, but when you're drawing that line, are you saying that that's the actual water? Or is that the horizontal line you created in your mind?
When you fill this up with water, the tube,
yeah,
right, it'll fill up to that level line. That's what I was saying at the beginning. You fill this water up, and then the line between the two ends is that the horizontal that's established.
No, I would say the horizontal, it's for one place, since the horizontal plane is created at the
But like
spot.
that's why I asked you at the very beginning whether you understood
All the time and again,
geometry.
it's the one in the middle. It's the one in the middle.
You understand the postulates of geometry, right? It means, like, if you start a little line here, and then, oh look, it's only little, but it's still a straight line. Well, you can just extend that forever. Euclidean geometry, boom, all the way, forever. But it never stops. It's a straight line. But that's what a horizontal is. A horizontal is a straight line.
Yes, but you're mixing up what you prove in math and what's reality.
Geometry.
It doesn't matter what the math book says. If your measurement doesn't conform to what the horizontal line is, then it doesn't matter. You have to think over again.
Go back to the fact that you don't seem to understand what geometry is.
I know you're talking about the horizontal line being straight, and
no,
it doesn't matter.
No. We're talking about just geometry now, and your lack of understanding of what geometry actually is.
But are you saying that it's impossible to have spherical objects because you cannot describe it mathematically?
No, I can describe a spherical object mathematically very well within Euclid. In fact, it's number 3 of the postulates. It comes right after the one about the terminated straight line.
Well, I'm not talking about
any circle.
I'm talking about the surface, not just creating a circle. But I'm talking about a sphere, not a circle.
Yeah, a surface is that which bounds.
Yeah, I don't think you can use Euclidean geometry to explain a sphere.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I don't think so. How so?
Book 11, solid geometry.
Okay, I'm interested.
Well,
I was quite sure
to look at it. I mean,
to derive the. How can you use Euclidean geometry to derive, for example, the surface area of a sphere?
Let me find out.
That would be very interesting.
A solid is that which has length, breadth, and thickness. So that's 3 dimensions, isn't it? Length, breadth, thickness. 1, 2, 3. And then it says that which bounds a solid is a superficies. Shout out superficies. That just means surface. Right, so that which bounds a solid is a surface. And a solid is that which has length, breadth, and thickness. Would you say the surface of a sphere is 3-dimensional?
Sorry, you dropped out now.
I said, would you say the surface of a sphere is three-dimensional?
Yes, it is.
That's good.
But I was just wondering how you can establish how to make calculations on a sphere.
So you don't, not in geometry, you don't do calculus. There's no calculus in geometry. Wrong subject. Sorry.
It can calculate how
a sphere is a solid figure described by the revolution of a semicircle about its diameter, which remains fixed.
How would you, for example, trigonometry? You can derive that.
That's not geometry. But it is based on the function of a right-angled triangle, which is which is geometry.
Yeah,
yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, triangle with 3 straight sides and 180 degrees internal angles.
Yeah, but you cannot.
My favorite sort of a triangle.
Yeah, but I don't think you have a spherical object described from the.
Oh yeah, just described you as a sphere, didn't I?
You didn't say a sphere. You said something that is it could be a box, for example.
Did you not hear? I'll read it out again. A sphere is a solid figure described by the revolution of a semicircle about its diameter, which remains fixed. That's a pretty good description, right?
Sorry, could you repeat?
A sphere is a solid figure described by the revolution of a semicircle about its diameter, which remains fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you derive that from a? I would have to go into that a little bit deeper.
Well, it's already done the semicircle, obviously, because it would have come much earlier. Because this is the definitions of the solids, so it's just redefining for the purposes of adding in that third dimension. Because you need the third dimension to talk about a sphere. Right?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah, you can't talk about two-dimensional sphere, can you? At least not in Euclidean geometry. I mean that.
Okay. So I'm not sure how this. I still cannot connect. Why you cannot have anything that is curved?
Because you're measuring from 2 points, aren't you? And from a point to a point is a straight line.
Yeah, but when you're, for example, if you're gonna measure, as far as I know, how we can derive, it's very easy to derive a method to figure out the volume or the surface area of a sphere. But I'm not sure how you can say that. Why is that impossible?
Well, it says here,
if you're going to measure,
a straight line is that which lies evenly between its extreme points. So in order for you to measure anything, you need a straight line, right? You're not going to get an exact distance if you're measuring around a curve. So you need a straight line between points. Straight line is that which lies evenly between its extreme points. Now, that's.
But if you
And then it says within the postulates. Within the postulates, it says, "Let it be granted, right, that a straight line may be drawn from any one point to any other point."
Yeah, that's the yes.
Right. So if what you've got is 2 points, you draw a straight line. Let it be granted.
Yeah, but that's a straight line. If you were to draw a curved line between those 2 points.
Well, it says...
What's the problem with that?
Number 3. Well, I'll give you all of the postulates, right? So these are pretty much important rules, right? These are the first ones that come after the definitions. So, let it be granted that a straight line may be drawn from any one point to any other point. 2. That a terminated straight line may be produced to any length in a straight line. So that means that there's no such thing as a point, right? That any line can be extended. So if you're talking about a straight line, it gets extended forever. And number 3, that a circle may be described, right? You understand what that means. Described from any centre at any distance from that centre. So if you're talking about a curve, you have to talk about where its origin point is and then the length of the radius to describe a circle, which is a curve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now how do you measure that? Where where the point is and the length of the radius.
Well, our measurement tools can only measure level at a single point.
Okay, so you can only measure then a tilt between points. This is where I think Bilu was right. He told Jesse to stop talking about the curve and keep on track because...
But if you're measuring tilt, shouldn't that be a problem for you already?
Who's measuring tilt?
I said if you measure a tilt between 2 points.
Yeah, well then it's a tilt. It's like the road up is the
but
same as the road
one
down.
Is for each measurement you're measuring it's tilting more and more and more.
Horizontal, right?
I'm not sure what you're talking about now.
Go back to the picture of the water level, right?
I'm looking at your image.
Yeah, on the thing, right? Well, the bottom water level that we filled up with water.
What's the bottom water level? Yeah, you mean the whole water level.
Yeah, we filled it up with water, and then we said that line in between there is horizontal, right? That's a line. But you said the horizontal was determined in the centre. But it's still, like we just said, it's a straight line that can keep going forever, right?
If it's a level line, then that would be represented in the middle, yeah. But
how would you represent it? How would you represent it? That blue line that goes all the way across.
You created a straight line. A straight line is going to be straight line.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what reality is. If you create a straight line on a whiteboard, it's a straight line.
Okay, so the horizontal, you say, is in the middle. And I asked you, right at the very beginning,
if this is going to represent
parallel?
Reality, then if this is supposed to represent reality, then I would say this when you have established a level line.
That's just a line, right?
Then this would be represented in the middle between those two.
Okay, and
if you were to do a discrete measurement,
you can do it forever. You can extend it forever. Euclidean geometry.
In Euclidean geometry, yeah, but that doesn't mean that's reality.
Right, okay. No, but all I've done is we've got an imagined water level, and there is a line imagined connecting where the water level is at one end to the other. Because we've got
that's the whole clue.
Yeah, we've got 2 points though, right? One at one end and one at the other end, and we've drawn a straight line.
Yeah, but
now,
you draw the straight line.
Yeah. Now
that's the point.
I asked
if you don't measure it, to be straight all the time, if you're measuring it to be a tilt for every point.
It's let it be granted. It is the postulate.
It's a mathematical postulate. It doesn't have to
This is geometry.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be reality.
Okay.
Just because there's a postulate of a straight
okay,
line.
we'll get back to it. Right, all I've done there.
Bev, if you create a straight line on a piece of paper and you use the postulate for a straight line, it only means that you have said that you have drawn a straight line. That's all it's saying.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that it has anything to do with reality at all.
Well, this is a water level that we have them in reality. We also have a reality to take the water level that we have in reality into, and so we can actually do this, Funk.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so that bottom picture, right, is a water level. Let's pretend it's in reality, and let's pretend we've filled it up with water, and there is a water level at each end. Now, in order for us to represent that geometrically, what we've done is we've made a drawing on this whiteboard here. Now, what I've done is I've drawn a straight line in between the level at one end and the level at the other end. Right? I've just drawn a line in there to represent the level of the water with a straight line in between. Now,
it's when you're saying you're drawing a straight line between the level at one end, it's just the water at that elevation.
Yep.
In each side.
That's the depiction of that, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Now, you say the horizontal
where do you think the water level will be in the middle one?
Let's see. That's where am I going to get to? If you let us get to the next stage, you're jumping ahead, right? So the water level in the center, you say the horizontal that tool sets is in the middle somewhere. Now, I asked you if the horizontal that the tool sets in the middle is parallel to that line that I've just put there.
Yeah.
Right, so
I would say
you would say it is parallel to it.
You asked me where is it parallel, and I pointed you where I think it's parallel. So obviously, it's going to be there.
You see, I've drawn that thing in the middle there now, the water level. Now, we didn't put a value to x, specifically because I knew we'd get to this point here now. So, should we put a value to x? And to make the maths easy for you, can we put that at 2 miles?
You can put whatever x you want to. Sorry, I just gotta go to the toilet.
Okay, me too.
Hey guys.
Hey. I've just got to nip to the toilet and make my missus breakfast, so be back in a minute. We're still recording though, waiting for Funk come back.
Early start today.
How's it going, Kerry?
Doing good. Just working.
That's good. I see you putting a lot of content out these days.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I actually tweeted earlier. I think I should revisit that 11 frame video of Sly. It was a year ago already. I can't believe it.
Which one is it?
Remember when I took grades on about that capsule landing into the Mirage? And then they said deleted 11 frames to make it look like it's hitting the water straight away. Yeah. And they've been avoiding me for a whole year about it.
That's funny.
Yes, I'm back.
Hello. Bev also went to the bathroom. Oh, it's back up.
I'm going on mute.
The toilet break for everybody.
Yeah, I've still got to make the missus breakfast, so give us a few seconds. But yeah, 2 miles. Do you want to do your maths for how high the water you think what would happen if we tap that water in, Funk?
I can look it up. I don't think it matters. It's gonna be some value. Just give it a variable instead.
Well, it should be, I think, every... let me quickly look.
It's a quarter function of the full distance, I think, because of a mathematical
It's
formula.
an approximate, yeah. But I don't think it matters. I can look it up if you want to. The point is that it's some distance.
The point is that this test is there to see so we can measure it, right?
Yes.
2 miles, you should have about 2.5 feet of drop, or supposed to.
Can be, yeah.
That should be very visible if you're looking at it 2 miles away.
He wanted you to do that because Funk, they're not very good at maths. So I saw the way he got you to do that there for him, Flatside.
No, if I were to do it, I would use the.
So what's the
most precise?
What's the what happens at the center then? Because I mean, it's like a mile,
higher.
Isn't it, in the center?
If you were to draw the water level, water level in the middle, you should draw it higher up, so you get a drop on both sides.
But even if you draw it higher up, the level of water is still going to remain the same.
Well, that's what you think. I don't think so.
Hydrostatics proves that.
So sorry, I'm gonna have to go and take the missus the breakfast, but
Have you ever done a hydrostatics test?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't.
You see, if you lift it up, it's still going to push it down anyway.
Should I fill this up to here? Right? Is this what you think would happen with this distance here of being? Have you got any numbers? Like, cause this
2.5 feet about.
No, that's over the full two mile distance, isn't it? I'm talking to.
Oh, is that 1 mile?
Yeah, don't do his math. That's why we set this at 2 miles from total distance. So the half distance, Funk, is 1 mile.
I'm gonna look it up.
You're gonna look up a mile, right? I'll tell you what. While you're doing
No,
that, I'll go and get the missus a breakfast.
Can I give him a clue? 8 inches per mile squared?
That is not the most precise.
That's the most accurate to the radius.
8 inches per... No. It's an approximate.
We are talking about things that are on the same horizontal plane.
Yeah, so it will work out to about 0.67 feet at 1 mile.
On a horizontal plane?
On there, if they're having that arc, but it's always on a horizontal plane, so it will stay level right through. One thing they also ignore is the hydrostatics.
Right. I'm back. We got a number.
I gave him a number.
Funk.
Don't know if he's accepting it.
1 mile.
He's doing his math.
It's higher in the middle by a number of. Come on, Funk. He's got to say it on his own flat side. We can't.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend some time figuring out this number.
Wow.
Or we can just put an arbitrary.
Maths.
Or we can just use an arbitrary
Of
value.
Over 1 mile. How much? You don't have
It's
to.
1
be
mile
exact.
in kilometers, 1.6.
Yeah, there's no need to go to decimal places or anything like that. Just give us a roundabout, an ish one. It's only a drawing on a whiteboard.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter what the actual number is.
Like nothing. Can we say it's nothing? We'll do that. We'll say there's no.
It's not
difference.
nothing.
We'll play reality.
Why would you say that?
Because
That's not what I'm
reality.
saying.
That's what we'll see in reality.
No,
I mean, yeah.
Bev, now you're being
It makes no difference.
You can give it a
So
variable.
let's make it what we would see in reality. That's nice.
You want
Looks
it
so
to be
much
that way, but that's not what we see.
What would you predict then? What would you predict? Because otherwise we'll just keep it at that. I mean, that's 0. I'll put that there. No.
I propose
0.
that we use just a variable if you want to go along with this idea.
Wobbly. Is that the model that you're proposing? Because we're dealing with geometry here, right? That's the point. I tried to get you to say at the beginning.
How many feet did you say it was?
How many feet?
Yeah, one guy proposed feet. I got 0.625.
Something
feet.
about I think he said something about 32 inches,
Yeah, I
whatever
said
that is in
0.67.
feet.
0.7 feet.
Yeah, round it off.
Yeah, okay, then that's very close to what I got.
What's that? Funk.
That's 1 mile.
That's one mile. Here, this distance here,
Yeah.
1 mile. That's a much bit more. What? It's difficult, right, Funk? Because you've got like if we don't even have this one here, if this one isn't even there, then all we've got is this end and this end. And this line.
If you only use these two, then you won't figure out if the Earth is curving or
What
not.
about when we get this hose pipe here? If we sort of pull it out and like we stop when we get to here and we mark it, and then we go all the way along here, and then we get to that point. And then what happens if we draw the line and it intersects at the point that it was in the centre as well? Would you be happy to say that that's a horizontal line then? Like how?
A horizontal line is a straight line by definition.
Yeah.
But I'm not. It's not necessarily what is in reality. A curved line exists. Curved objects exist in reality.
Yeah, but a horizontal line is a straight line by definition because it's
I know that.
Perpendicular.
I know that it's. I know that it's straight. That's the
definition.
If you were to look at a curved line, you can say there's a horizontal line. Because by definition, it's a straight line.
If you look at a curved line, you can't say a curved line's horizontal. No.
But the problem is, water doesn't curve.
It does.
And if it shows level, how's it curving?
Because level is a curved line.
See, you can't.
Water
It's got
curves
2
because
points.
of what?
It doesn't matter what you call level to be, but the whole point is both know what curved means. We don't disagree on that. And if
that
you
like
measure
curved?
water over long distance, it's curving away from us.
Have you measured this curve of water?
Not personally, no.
Then how do you know water's curving?
If you measure it, he said.
Yeah,
Who did that?
you can measure a lot of people, and it's also observed.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, you're right, Funk. We're dead right, and we're telling you the method that we are going to use to measure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Okay, so you don't know what you're going to depict in the center and what you imagine would happen, or can you?
I just told you what will happen and what you can imagine that would happen.
Well, I can't imagine that would. I can't imagine that the water would rise up in the center, because if you say it's we're only going a mile.
What's the point of?
Listen,
what's the point of doing an experiment
please. If you say we're only going a mile, then you drop. How far do you drop on the water? What's that number?
The amount which I said.
Yeah, the amount that you can't say. Is that what you mean? That one. That amount.
I just told you.
Yeah.
I just told you.
Yeah.
Why do you say that, Bev?
You can't say. I can't say a number. I'm not allowed to say a number.
Why not?
No, that's what you say.
Arrest you?
You've not said a number, so.
I just told you the number.
You've just told me that you've just told me, but you've never actually told me a number.
I just told you a prediction of the number that you would see.
I didn't hear you. Can you repeat it again, please?
0.6 feet.
A zero. So you're fractionalizing an imperial, are you? Are you decimalizing an imperial?
Yes, I am actually. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, does it not?
You can use whatever unit you want.
Are you using American surveying measurements?
I'm using feet for your behalf because you're using miles, so I'm using feet for you guys.
Yeah, and then you're decimalizing it because
it's not a full feet.
You're like an American surveyor, right? That decimalizes feet.
I'm used. What the fuck are you talking about, then?
Decimalizing feet. Sure, you've just done it.
Yeah, the GNC, it works with.
Yeah,
but
the American surveyors do.
So it's 1/6. So it's 6/10 of a feet. If that helps.
6/10 of a feet. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you saying it's gonna?
Do you understand what I mean?
Have you got a measurement device that does that?
Sorry, but Funk, are you saying it's gonna drop that or it's gonna rise that?
If you're gonna if you're gonna use the positioning system which we use on Globe, I would say the elevation would be the same.
All right. I've just gone all three. Nice. Rise, drop, and the same.
That's how it works. Because when you're moving if I'm in Norway and you are in Spain, I won't say that you are 200 kilometers below the surface of the Earth. You're still at surface area, even though it's curving.
Yeah, but perpendicular to
That's just how it works. If you're creating if you're making a jag ska möta nå snart. If
you're standing on a sphere, you're in the highest point of the tangent always.
I won't say that high. It's no top or highest point. You're just on the surface. Okay, you can say that. But I would say it's just making it more confusing for yourself if you're gonna use that word.
No, you're always looking down on a ball. You're not looking up on a ball.
Ooh. Flatsoy's playing with you there, Funk.
I don't think so.
What?
If you measure a water level in reference to a horizontal line of sight, it's going to be the same.
That's not what we see though when people measure it.
It is that we
we?
did it. We did it last week.
And everybody else is lying to everybody. In that case.
They did it live.
Yeah.
And then everybody else is lying.
Morning, everyone.
Or maybe you did something wrong.
Morning, DP.
Or maybe I think you maybe did something wrong.
What do you think we did wrong?
I don't know, but your
we've got an auto level. We've got an auto level.
Your measurements
and a water level, and we're looking at the water level through the auto level.
Measurement is conflicting with everybody else's. So either you are right or
when
you
you
are
say
wrong.
when you say everybody else's, who is this everybody else that you imagine?
Everybody else who does measurements over long distances.
Who are those people that do measurements over long distances, please?
Surveyors or something like that.
Well, they use an auto level like we do.
Yeah, I don't think they use that over
any
long
names
distances anymore.
Have we got a name?
I don't know everybody who does this.
Do you know that they only measure inclines, declines, and slopes? Never curves.
Yes, but as I said, when you're making a lot of discrete measurements, it's okay. You're gonna talk over me. Okay.
When you reference everybody, you know no one. So who has measured this curve? Name one individual.
I can find a name. I don't think it will change anything.
Yeah, it would, because you've obviously heard it from someone. Now, we go out and we actually test this stuff. Now, you're saying that lots of people are saying different than what we are finding when we're out there.
Yes.
So it would be handy if you could let us know who these people are, then we can go and have a word with them and ask them. Where did they measure it and how did they measure it? Because we don't seem to be finding what they are. I mean, we're only in the beginning stages at the minute, but we've got some big tests planned.
So you will literally do that. You will call them and ask them and record it.
Sorry?
Yes.
Why would I need to record it?
So we can hear what they're saying.
Why do you need? You already know them. They're the ones that have told you that what they've done.
Yes.
So you already know what they've told you.
Yes.
Why do I need to record? Why do I need to record my conversation with somebody else?
Because if you come back and say no, they said that we measured everything to be flat.
No,
I
don't gossip and talk about other people. If they ask to not be recorded, because you might go and attack them. If they say the wrong thing, people like you and other people that listen to us talking to them might go and call them up or call their board of governors to make sure that they're officially whatever they were meant to be. I mean, you could end up giving us the name of somebody, and that for that reason they could end up losing their job. Because people on your side go after them.
Then ask them, Bev, if they mind if you record them.
Give us some names, please. Give us some names of the surveyors, please.
Call down, Bev. I'm going to look up some names and give you.
Brilliant.
But I got to go now. So
you've got to go now?
Yes. I have a meeting in 2 minutes.
Oh. Okay.
So I don't think I can. I'm going to stop before we move over to something else.
Okay.
Okay, bye, Funk. Till next time.
Bye. I'm going to look up the name and send it to you.
The name? There's loads of them, isn't there?
Or
a big list, please.
Or more names.
Just send one. Yeah, just send one.
Or one name. Or many names.
Your best one.
Many names. Or best one.
Yeah.
Best names.
Yes,
or
please.
one name. Or many names.
Make sure it's one that's measured the curve like you claim, yeah?
With data. Yeah, with the data.
Yes, please. Surveyor.
I can give you a name to them. And you can call them and question them and ask them all
I'll I'll be holding my breath, Funk. Try to hurry.
We'll do a video specially for them.
Do that,
we'll
please.
get it now, yeah.
I would like you to do that.
Funk's top pick surveyor demonstrates.
You know what? I'll give you a deal. If they can prove they measured curvature with data, I'll run around in a pink G-string on a video for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going down the same road as Team Septic there. Flatsoid.
Yeah.
Sticking on a mankini.
Yeah, I'll even put some. I'll paint a globe on my belly for you.
Okay, I'll look up the names and you can call them and ask them these things.
Yes, please.
Look
up the names. I mean,
Hurry up, Funk. I can't breathe. I'm holding my breath. Hurry.
Oh my god. I wish you guys can call them and ask them yourself.
We'll do it. Like I say, we'll do a video, especially.
Or if you want me to do it fast, then you can look them up yourself. They're all over the place. I know that, actually. I gotta go now.
Yeah, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't forget the names.
If you want to do it quickly, then you can look up the names yourself.
We want the ones that have given you the information personally.
Yeah, your top picks.
Nobody has given me it personally. I never said that. But I gotta go now.
Well, where did you hear it from then? That's what we're after.
I have read it many places. Yeah.
Okay.
You've read it.
Well, yeah, there you go. Nice.
Yeah, I read a story about a princess locked in a tower with really, really, really long hair once.
Turned out to be a man.